Hey guys, what's going on? So this video is going to be kind of a similar story to the last video. The way that I put it together, I never did shoot an intro for it. So I'm out here today and I'm shooting this intro right now just to bring you guys into it because I don't really have anything that I could fast forward or pause to go over other than just one still picture. So I figured I'd come out here and I'd shoot this intro real quick and I'd let you guys know that this video was actually extra footage. And instead of trying to use all the footage that I had from this past weekend, it would have probably been a video somewhere between 45 and 55 minutes long. I figured I'd break it all up, make different videos out of it, keep everything kind of separate and spaced up. And then now I'm realizing that I probably should have used the powder-coated footage that I used at the beginning of the Lapeer dragway video that I put together on this video. But it is what it is. I'm not super worried about it. The way I tied it into the racetrack, it all makes sense anyway. So if you're interested in seeing the colors that we went with, definitely check the video out. There are some pretty wild colors in there. And I do mention what most of them are, other than I think the red that we did on the calipers and control arms. I think that's called fan red, but I couldn't find anything online about it. I'm out here, we're gonna roll into the footage of me actually unwrapping all this powder coated stuff, showing you guys the colors that we went with. And then that's pretty much gonna be it for this video today. But anyway, here we go. We're just gonna run right into it. I got all my parts back from Powder. Really excited to get all this stuff. So we got the calipers all done in red, rear control arms in red, brackets are down there. We just got to get that stuff put together. We got those coil heat shields done in the blackjack. I also got the intake manifold done in blackjack, and this stuff looks so good. That's a really clean black, guys. I'm really happy to have this. So that's done. I'm not sure what I want to do with the fuel rail yet. I might just leave that alone for now. I am starting to get another pile of parts here that I might get powder coated, so I don't know. I'll throw it off to the side. We also got the valve cover done on this blackjack. I mean, the whole thing is there. It's not easy to see, obviously, because I got the saran wrap on here, but let me pull some of this wrap back and we'll give you guys the color. I mean, that's what it's gonna look like. Just a very nice and clean, flat black finish. So, really excited how clean this thing is gonna be when we put all this stuff together, because I have a ton of powder coated parts. I also got a battery tray delete trans mount setup. That's done in the blackjack. So that guy will just kind of sit in like bam, be super clean. Won't have anything to bolt to it or bolt on, or it'll just be there for the trans mount, keep everything clean. So that's that. The things that I didn't get done yet, which I'm now thinking about doing, is this radiator shroud cover, but I'm not sure if I want to put this on the car or not. So if I put it on, I'll get it done. I also have a fuel rail that I could get done. It's an 03 rail, and the fitting was starting to leak there, so we had it welded on. So no more leakies there. So yeah, we got the trans mount done in black, and then Rick also redid the radiator mounts for me in that copper, and he did the intake as well for the blue car here, and he did the intake as well for the white car. That's inside, and actually I'll go grab that real quick. And we definitely can't forget about these guys because I'm really excited to have these back. I had to do some digging and I ended up getting a sept shipped to me from like Nebraska, I think is where they came from. And when I got the wheels, they were originally silver. When I raced my blue car in 2016, I had white coaties on the front of my stripe car here. So when I raced this car again, I wanted to get these wheels back. Well, I tried to buy them from the guy that I sold them to, and he, for whatever reason, it just never wanted to work out. So I ended up getting another set. We got them shipped back here. I sent them to Rick for powder, and he shot these guys in gloss white for me. And I did find some stickers on eBay. They came from the Philippines, and they're not perfect replica stickers. I mean, they are very close, but these things came out super nice. The only difference is there's supposed to be a small line that comes off the side here on Cosi. And then I think the Racing Pro spec is supposed to be black. But, I mean, it's as close as I can get to keeping these things original looking as possible while still being able to go white. I wanted the stickers on here to keep these guys almost as original as possible, but when I got them, I couldn't find them in white. They came in silver. They even had the sticker on the inside with the wheel specs that was never even wore off yet. So these wheels were in really good shape, but we went ahead and we shot these guys in white, and I got these stickers back on here. So I'm really excited to get some tires stuck on these things and put them on a car and run them right through the water box. So as soon as we get that car done, I got the wheel setup ready to go. So we're gonna look like we did back in 2016, but we're gonna have a carbon fiber hood instead of a white hood. So now we're gonna go back outside and I'm gonna show you guys the rest of my powder. Let me get this in the sun here. Look at this. Look at this. It looks so good. I mean, God, that looks so good. Before, it looked good before, but it really faded to kind of like a silver as it went in, because Mike had a hard time spraying it, but man, Rick laid this shit out nice. God, this came out good. So that's that copper. So we got that redone. I mean, it's really not a whole lot different than the valve cover. So I got lucky with that. I mean, it does look darker when you hold it and you kind of think about it, but by the time you actually lay it in here, it's close enough. I'm not super worried. Eventually, I'll probably will get the valve cover redone, but all in time on that one. I'm not gonna rush for that. So the valve cover did look really good. I just really wanted to get this redone because the car was down and it was faded, and so were the radiator mounts, and I wanted those kind of cleaned up. So like I said, with the radiator mount, you could see where it wasn't looking the hottest compared to what we got now. I mean, Rick killed these things when he redid these for me. They came out so good. And let me show you this blue. And actually, I'm going to take you to the back of the car because this does not do any kind of justice until it hits sunlight. So, get this unwrapped here. Now this color, I am very excited for. I was really excited to do the copper on the white car the first time I did it. And I mean, even when Rick redid it, it looks so good. I mean, he killed it. But when we were looking at parts to do the blue car with for the engine stuff, I was looking at a few blues, and I was looking at like LP blue, and there was an illusion blue, and there's an illusion blueberry, and there's another color I was looking at. And then I dropped him off and I looked at some swatches that he had, and we ended up going with the LP blue. So I got home and I jumped online and I was looking at blue powder coat on prismatic because the wife wanted to get some stuff done, and I was looking to see what other options there were quick before he ended up shooting any color, because he did say he had to order the LP blue, so it wouldn't have mattered. So I got on there and I started looking, and I messaged him back and I said, hey, do you have this color? And he said, no, I'd have to order it, but if that's what you want, let me know and I'll go ahead and we'll get everything ordered tonight and we can really get this going. So I spent another couple hours looking at colors, and I definitely went back to the original color that I asked him about, and I'm happy I did, because it came out super nice. So it does have some fingerprints and I'll have to clean it up when we put it together, but this is what they call lollipop blue, and this thing just pops in the sun. I mean, it's like I think it's a chrome base, and then they shoot this blue on top, and it just gives it such a deep color, and then the sun hits it and it just looks so good. I am in love with this color, guys. I didn't want to build a show car, but I mean, it's just kind of how this one's going. I mean, I can't help myself. I set up some parts aside and we were gonna get some stuff powder coated, and then I kept adding to the pile, and before I knew it, I literally, there was almost nothing left, or nothing that I was ready to have powder coated yet. So everything that I got done will allow me to at least get the motor and transmission put together and set in the car, and then I can get these other little things done if I want later on, and still be able to make forward progress with the car without having to worry about that part, so I can move forward. So if it's intercooler piping and a turbo inlet pipe, I can start the car without that. That's no problem. That would not be an issue at all, because I mean, ideally, I'm gonna have to start it up, kind of run it through a heat cycle to get the turbo to break in, and at that point I'll have to have some pipes hooked up. But I have stock pipes. I could just throw some pipes on here, run it through the break-in procedure, or run it through the break-in, and pull those pipes back off when I get my powder coated pipes back. But that's gonna be the plan with this one, though. There's a lot of really nice brackets and stuff, or a lot of really nicely done brackets and stuff that I got done in this blue that we're gonna use. But I'm gonna put probably half of them actually in the car, or put half of them probably on the motor before they go in. Like these hoses here. See how they're gonna get rusty and beat up? I gotta put a chain through here or through here to drop it in. Well, I don't want to damage the finish that I got on some of these parts that I got done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this pipe will be in, and then the alternator bracket. And so let me show you the parts that I got before we get into too much here. So I ended up doing the intermediate shaft bracket, the upper alternator bracket, the engine, or the lower alternator bracket, shift cable bracket. Then, oh, and obviously you know we got the water inlet pipe. That one's done. I also got O2 housing bracket, which I probably should have Cerakoted because it's going to see some heat, but oh well. I didn't think about it. No big deal. Trans mount. You will be able to see this because like I said, the bracket I'm using doesn't have the battery tray. So you will at least be able to see a little bit of this blue inside of there. So man, it's going to look so good. And then if you do decide to get under the car, you'll see the dog bone, the lower dog bone that I'll have for the K-frame mount. The billet engine mount, we got that done. I also had him shoot all of the sleeves. So, I mean, all of that's gonna look really nice. 1, 2, 3, yep, so there's the 4, sorry. So yeah, so there's 3 in here with the spacer between the motor and the body. And then there's the 3rd, or the 4th, which is the 3rd main bolt. And then I got these heater lines done. Now the heater lines, they do have a little bit of a bend them, and I noticed that. And I'm hoping that I will be able to straighten that out without damaging the clear or cracking the powder. But I guess we'll play that by ear. But those are definitely going to go in later, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use these to set it in, and then I'll pull these lines out, and then I'll put the blue lines in once it's actually in the car. That way I'm not worried about dragging a chain or anything across that finish and damaging it. So with this side, what I do is I usually do wrap a chain around the bracket here. So when I put the alternator on, I'm gonna loop the chain through and I'll get that ready first. But I'm gonna really wrap this guy up with a rag or a sock or a shirt or something. That way I can keep that chain from damaging that one. Because this one's not that easy to do, and I don't really feel like taking the alternator out in the car just to change this bracket or this bracket. So we're gonna get everything set up. I'm gonna wrap my chain here. Like I said, I'm gonna try and protect it as much as I can. We'll just have to be careful with that stuff. And then I'm not sure if I want to do the turbo cover or not. I thought about it on that one, to be honest with you. Charge piping, not sure what I want to do with that. My buddy Matt's trying to talk me into doing white. I don't know if I want to do white or if I want to do that blackjack, because that flat black looks super nice. If I use this intake, I'm definitely going to have to get it redone because it does not match the new blue that I'm going to run. It's pretty close to the E blue, and it looks nice against the blue valve cover, which actually I think I have on my black car now. So I might just put that on the black car. I don't know. Maybe get another intake for this one, but we'll play that by ear and see how I feel. But yeah, I mean, everything else is pretty much done. It would just be charge pipes and the fuel rail, and then that radiator cover if I decide to. But alright guys, I hope you liked what you've seen today. Definitely some beautiful colors that Rick sprayed for me. I'm definitely looking forward to getting more stuff done. Like I did say earlier, I do have more parts that I'm looking at getting done, so I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with it yet, but we'll definitely play that stuff by ear. I think I am going to get a different intake for this car and then put the other one on the black one, but it is what it is. I'll probably go ahead and I'll try and get all that stuff ordered up, and then we'll get this thing put together. So, and that's probably going to be about the last parts that I'm going to need to try and put this car together. Just about everything else is here. Now all I need is time. Got to get the white one done first, and then we'll go back to the blue one. But now that we got all these parts back, we could definitely make a big push. Get this one to actually be able to stop itself, finish bleeding the brakes, and then try to fire it up and see if we can get braking miles on it. And then once that one's got braking miles on it, we're waiting for a dyno or a racetrack, we could start taking care of this car here. So hit that subscribe button today, guys. Thanks for checking us out. Comment with any questions you might have. Give us a like. Share the video with your friends. Definitely appreciate all the love that you guys are giving us. Check out our Facebook. Check out our Instagram. Links are in the description. You guys stay safe, stay clean, and we will see you at the track. Thanks.